it's gonna be a real quick one. All right, so look, this video is gonna be about spiritual encoding, and basically, what that is dealing with taking in information, spiritual information, preferably or specifically talking about light and sound, how to absorb light, and to absorb sound to take in spiritual data and communication. For example, if you ever look into the sky at night and watch the stars, hopefully you will start to notice that the stars, the more you look at them, especially if you just focus in on one, it will start to almost communicate with you. It will start to flashing in certain ways that it just wasn't doing before when you were just simply just looking at it. You know what I mean? And same thing goes for when you're watching a flame. When you're meditating, watching the flame will start dancing or communicating with you. This is spiritual encoding. This is spiritual information. What is it saying to you? Only you know. And you may not know at the time that it's doing it. It may manifest in a dream. It may manifest in a vision. It may manifest in some other type of way in your life. But it won't be something that you could verbally say or even can explain with words or even knowingly know off top. It's just something that happens, but notice it. But the same thing that goes with light happens with sound. When you're listening to binary or binary tones, when you're listening to chants, this is information, spiritual data that you are intaking into your body. You may not understand what it's doing, or you may not be able to noticeably feel it, but over time and with repetition and doing these things over and over in practice, you will start to feel the difference and start to know the difference and start to take awareness of things that change and seeing the manifestations that actually happen. Kind of going back and forth from light and sound, even looking or reading different text. And the more ancient the text or ancient the script, the more spiritual encoding or encoded data is in it. For example, when you're looking at words in Hebrew, the symbols of Hebrew, this is a very ancient script. You may not be able to read the Hebrew, but just the Hebrew itself, the letters or characters are speaking. They're symbols, they're sigils, numbers. American numbers are the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are not just numbers. These are symbols that actually encode or have data encoded in them. So when you see numbers and if they're flashing or whatever they're doing, this is data. This is some type of communication. All have to do with light, because the way that light works when you're reading something, it's light that's reflecting off of it and you're seeing it. So when you're looking at a number, when you're looking at a sigil, a symbol, a letter, a hieroglyph, even, if you will, hieroglyphs, you may not be able to read hieroglyphics. And this kind of goes to the whole debate of, has the Medu Neter been decoded, or can it be read? It's not about the language that you're saying when you're looking at the symbols. It's about the information that is encoded in the symbol. For example, the argument is the Medu Neter or the hieroglyphics have not been translated. Translation is nothing but language. So if you read a symbol and you can speak it in English, you've translated it in English. If you read a symbol and you speak it in Spanish, read a symbol and you speak it in Arabic, these are just languages. So translation of information and knowledge goes beyond language. It goes way beyond language. So it doesn't matter if the Medu Neter has been deciphered. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's about the information that you can absorb from it. And like I said, these things may not come out in the blatant, obvious ways. They may not manifest themselves immediately to understanding, but they can and they will at some point. And with that being said, you already know the deal. Keep them third eyes open. I'm going to catch up with y'all later. Peace.